Alrighty, everyone, here we go. Game number 7 here between Grubby and the little one. And yes, this is it. This is going to be the finale of quite an epic series. I've enjoyed casting these games. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed watching them. It's been pretty intense thus far. So yeah, let's hope we go out on a bang here in game number 7. And as we can see here, we are in Crossfire. And in the upper right position is our player Grubby, the green Protoss player. And down here in the bottom left is the little one as our red Terran play. You can see the little one spazzing out again with those SCVs, trying to get as many on those close mineral patches as possible. He wants those double SCVs on all of those close patches to yield some higher resource gain. I wonder if we're seeing the same thing here from Grubby as well. I checked this last time. Doesn't look like it, though. Looks like he's not even bothering. He doesn't really care. No big deal. Whatever. I mean, it's a small gain, but it is a gain nonetheless. If you can manage to do that, if you can double up those close ones. And it looks like now the little one is finally getting that additional one over there. So you can see those two closest patches are the ones with the 2 SCVs on them. The further patches, let those have the single ones. It's really small though. It's an incredibly small gain. But I mean, if it's something you can incorporate in your gameplay, sure, it's not gonna be the worst of things. Crossfire, certainly an interesting map. There's just a lot of pathways here across it. I'll peruse through it just so you guys can take a look. So we've got the main base over here, and then situated right outside, of course, is that natural expansion. And then you've got this little pathway down over here. It leads to a back expansion over here, which is a back entrance to these destructible rocks that go right into your main. And then besides that, you've got 2 pathways, one branching off over here, one branching off over here, and then that splits into multiple directions. You got a high yield. I mean, this map is pretty much all over the place. I suppose that's why they call it Crossfire. Do you guys remember that commercial? I hated that game. I hated that commercial. I don't like commercials in general, actually. Just not a fan. Not a real fan most of the time. Unless they're comical, I enjoy a good chuckle every now and then. Grubby coming down with a little bit of harass right now, trying to do a little bit of damage to the little one. Just trying to basically injure a few of those SCVs, although he will want to head out of there now that that first Marine is coming on through. So it looks pretty standard thus far from the little one. Let's take a look back over here for Grubby. Grubby coming out with that second assimilator right now. There's that Cybernex core coming on through. So yeah, everything looking standard so far. Not sure if we're going to be seeing super cheese like we saw in a game not too long ago. We were on, what was it, Tal'Darim Altar, where Grubby went for that proxy Stargate. That was pretty intense. Well, hell, it paid off for him, so I may even make a strat video about that one, because that was awesome. Little one opening up racks into factory, probably going to be expecting to see that Marine Hellion push. Is certainly very strong. Throwing in a medevac there as well, allowing him to drop into the main. That can be incredibly effective. We can see right now Grubby coming out with that proxy pylon, not that high yield expansion, preventing and or delaying the little one from being able to drop an expo over there. We can also see over here Grubby situated at that Zelnaga tower that will tip him off as to when a push and or scout comes out from the little one. In fact, that's also very notable as well. The little one hasn't scouted yet. He hasn't sent out anything. Hasn't even bothered. He obviously knows where Grubby is. There are only 2 spawn locations on this map, so that's not a question at all. We can see right now chrono boosting a little bit of that warp gate research. I wonder if he's going to try to chrono boost that straight through or not. Really don't expect a 4 gate, although I have seen crazier things. So yeah, there we go. All right, so coming back to that tower again, checking to see if anything fancy's oh no, oh, here it comes again. Grubby with that proxy Stargate. Unreal. That was pure luck, guys. I had no idea. I was just referencing that prior game. Definitely didn't know that was going to happen again. That's pretty nuts right now that Grubby's actually doing this a second time. Now we do have the Hellion moving across the map right now that will encounter that Stalker, though. Stalker won't be able to kill it in time, but he will be able to get a few shots off. We do have a sentry coming out, and that's actually not the best of things to deal with this Hellion, although the Hellion is very low right now. So let's see if the sentry can force him back. There we go, and the Stalker managing to take him out. Very, very nice there by Grubby. He prevented that scout, and that is the biggest of things in all honesty. We've got Grubby coming out with these 2 additional gateways. Now here comes that push. He will be moving out with this. We've got a Hellion moving around to try to scout out for some shenanigans, and he will be seeing something very, very soon. First checking right on over here, and then he should be, that would be an amazing spot actually for the proxy Stargate, but it is situated over here, and that Hellion should be able to spot that sometime very soon. We've got that Stalker moving out right now. That first Void Ray being chrono boosted. Here comes that second one as well. The Hellion still hasn't scouted it though, but it's coming very soon. We've got the Zealot getting chased down by those Marines as well as that Hellion, and let's see what the Void Ray decides to engage. Really need Grubby to try to defend some of these early game units. He's warping in a few more over here, re-rallying up, and then here comes a push right now, and let's see how well the little one's able to defend against this. This is pretty scary. That bunker is going to help him a ton though. Coming out with the second bunker as well. Another Rax here, pulling back with that command center. He doesn't want to lose that to the Void Ray. Void does have a hard time against heavy Marines, and as we can see, the little one sitting very Marine heavy, trying to target fire down that Void Ray, only getting shields though. Void Ray coming back and trying to keep himself engaged for that charge, but no, that does end up dropping off. Grubby, is he going to be warping in some more units? There we go. Grubby does need to try to do some damage right now. If he doesn't do anything, he could be in a bit of trouble. Looks like he will be trying to work his way through to those back rocks, and expecting that as a possibility. You can see this bunker placement perfectly able to deal with this right now. Actually coming down with another bunker as well. It's certainly a scary push right now, though. Do we have any more Void Rays coming out? No, looks like he's holding back on that. Coming out with the robotics, he's sticking to one base for now. He's not even bothering expanding. A big gain, obviously, is he knows, obviously, that the little one is still in one base himself. So he will be sticking to one base and keep trying to push on through this. Is he going to try to finish off those rocks? No, just trying to take advantage of the Void Rays, giving him vision to the high ground and trying to use his units, but not everything within range isn't the best. Really want to see him try to get rid of these rocks. That's going to help him quite a bit in terms of dealing with this. The Marines pushing forward, getting ready to try to target to fire down. One of those Void Rays doesn't manage to take it out, though. We got a couple Stalkers at the low ground helping a bit. He's forcing a lot of repairs, and that's pretty huge. We do have a Hellion sitting over here, a scouting Hellion there for the little one. Testing the front, he realized that there is no Marines in there at the moment, and that Stalker's actually able to move on up and walk right by that bunker, interestingly enough. So we do have Grubby pushing back. He's got some more reinforcements, though, so he will be keeping up this pressure. There's that Hellion sitting at that expansion, going to be trying to delay that whenever Grubby decides to move out. For that, we do have that robotics in play, but what is he going to attempt to do here? A Stargate coming out with another Void Ray right now. Here we go, trying to push up right now. We've got the mass SCV repair for the little one, trying to keep that bunker alive, if at all possible. Oh, and he does. Enough SCVs to keep it alive. Big problem, though, for the little one is he is dumping lots of resources. When you mass repair like that, that is a heavy resource loss. Little miss micro there by Grubby, actually losing a Stalker. That's a problem. He can't let that happen, that's for sure. Couple more Hellions moving down, and this is the little one's attempt to counteract with some econ harass. Not sure how much he's going to be able to do, though. We just need a couple of warp-ins of Stalkers, and it'll be enough. But here we go. The Hellions are moving up right now, and they will be moving right into the resource line. Forced to chrono boost out, get that warp gate off of cooldown to try to get some more Stalkers in to deal with this. He's in danger of losing quite a few workers right now. Couple more Stalkers. There we go, scattering them throughout, though, and he will be able to take out the rest of those Hellions. Doesn't look like he lost that much. Let me take a look at the unit loss tab. Actually, Grubby is quite a bit behind the little one. So the little one, fantastic job defending himself right now. And he's actually sitting in an advantage. No, not actually in terms of army supply. I thought he might have been, but not currently at this point in the game. He does have a lot of Marines, and he's actually got Stimpack now. That's a problem. Grubby can't contend with Stimpack at this point in the game. This DPS is way too strong. Going to be shredding through all of those ground forces. And here we go, the little one moving out right now with that counterattack. The proxy Stargate's still over here. Do we have any more harass that went down? No, doesn't look like it. And actually, the little one will be pushing back, getting up that expo. And there you go. So, wow, pretty intense opening so far. This is how I want every StarCraft 2 game to start out with. Just some super crazy early game aggression, then transition into the mid game. We can see right now both players working on their expo. Little one having that clear advantage. Let's take a look here. Yeah, the resource gathering. Big advantage right now for the little one. Still Marines, big cause for concern here for Grubby. Really, he's not in the position to engage that. Unfortunately, Grubby will be losing that Stargate. I expect that to eventually get scouted out here. Looks like the little one is making that move right now to head out. And oh, no, not yet. Just actually moving down with a forward Marine. But once he does scout out the Stargate, that will be a free kill for him. There's really no way Grubby can be expected to defend that. And actually trying to repair these SCVs from that Void Ray. Should have those Marines push down and deal with this. This Void Ray harass can still be a pain in the butt, even with these Marines, though. It's going to be a little bit of an issue to contend with that because the Void Ray will just sit at range and then pull back whenever the Marines move down to engage. He can also pull down here and try to hurt the Econ over here as well, although it doesn't look like he's doing that quite as of yet. He is pushing back right now. We do have the Observer Scout over here for Grubby. Grubby will be aware whenever the little one decides to push out. Are starting to see that transition here into Colossus right now, that Robotics Bay coming on through. We do have that facility already in, obviously, because we do see some observers in play. And Grubby now finally getting up his expo, but as you can see, he is quite a bit behind the little one in terms of the resources. So this is actually a little bit scary right now for Grubby. Not sure if he did enough damage in that initial push to justify how far behind he was set. Nice force field placement, though, stopping the push, but more importantly, killing off a few of those units. That was very nice there by Grubby. Couple Marines trying to move forward, but with vision to the high ground, the Stalkers are a little bit of a threat to them. We do have reinforcements coming out with a Viking. That's actually that's going to be enough to take out that Void Ray with a couple of Marines on the low ground as well. And the Viking getting a couple of shots off there. And we'll be actually dropping up some of the forces over here. And the little one hitting from both angles right now. He is trapped over here though. Going to be trying to sandwich Grubby. Grubby looking to be in a tough spot, retreating in this direction as well as over here, trying to split up his forces, make it more difficult for the little one to chase down everything he has. Hopefully we get a force field down. Is he going to trap that Zealot out? Oh, that poor Zealot getting trapped out by his own friends over there. That's pretty sad. Pretty sad indeed. We've got a Colossus coming through. There are 2 pylons being placed over here to warp in some units to help defend at that expansion. We do have the medevacs with the vision to the high ground. Still can't push up on this, though. He could try to circumvent and go from that direction, although I'm not sure that that's something he's considering quite as of yet. Also, obviously, keep in mind he's got those medevacs for some drops, but right now, Grubby's in a tough spot. Oh, man, he does not have enough army right now to deal with the little one's push. The little one still has that Viking as well. That's going to help him deal with that Colossus, although he is at pretty low health. There is that stim pack, and he is engaging, and this is it right now. Let's see how well this Bio tears through this. That Colossus helping quite a bit. The Viking having a hard time getting within range there. There are so many Marines and Marauders right now, forced to engage with his workers, and that is never a good sign. And Grubby is on the ropes right now. This Bio tearing through all of his ground forces. All he's sitting with right now is that Colossus. These Zealots are goners in 1 second. Trying to target fire down this Colossus, landing on the high ground with some of his forces. That Colossus needs to be a little bit careful about where he engages. And there we go, continuing to push. Zealots trying to come down to help defend that, lifting off. And look at this nice micro here by the little one. Here's some reinforcements as well. The Colossus goes down. There is a second one and a few Stalkers getting warped in. But look at the income right now. Oh, man. The little one's sitting at a big advantage. And that's no good at all for Grubby. And this expansion's getting taken out, so the little one has pretty much taken this game. Although here come those Colossus trying to help. And I'm so concerned for Grubby because his income is so bad right now. Lifting up, waiting for reinforcements, and dropping down, and he snipes the other Colossus as well. And there you go. The Bio with these medevacs should do a pretty decent job. And that micro just lifting up and down the Bio. Very nice. And Grubby forced to retreat back into his main, and that's putting this Nexus in a very vulnerable position. We do have those more reinforcements. No response at all from Grubby. So the little one sitting very comfortably at his main and his natural without having to deal with any harassment whatsoever. Grubby will be losing this Expo, trying to engage before that though. Here goes the Stim, trying to push forward for that Colossus. Colossus is safe in the high ground for the moment. Lifting up on the high ground though, getting some of those units up there. Target firing down that Colossus. Does he get it? Yes, he does. And there is the GG from Grubby, followed up by the well played. All right, guys, so there you go. The little one takes it. Game number 7. Little one winning, besting Grubby in this best of 7 series. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this series. Again, a million apologies for the second half of this series being so late. It was due to my fail interwebs, but hopefully you have enjoyed this. We'll be recording some more videos for today. I got a whole bunch of stuff coming out, so stay tuned for all of that. Thank you guys as always for watching. If you like the content, please subscribe, and as always, keep watching and keep owning.